study less, to plan less, to do less in order to achieve more.
It's time to split some wood.
Just know for 4 whole years, you're going to be just studying anatomy. The to-do list was a little unrealistic. Hi there, I'm Jennifer, and welcome back to another episode of my midlife student life. This week is a reading week, and it's actually one of the first times I've had a reading week since I've started this program, which is a really long story, but the schedule in the school has changed its academic program, so we're now into a 3-semester system instead of 2, but it includes reading weeks officially on the calendar now. So I thought I would share with you my productive reading week. The plan for the week includes a balance of catching up with myself, catching up with home projects, catching up with fall projects, outdoor at the farm, we always have fall things to do, as well as catching up with school homework. So let's get to it. One of my most effective study tips, so you know that I'm a big fan of making the list. I think some of you are pretty good at making lists too. Anyways, I start with a list, just a plain sheet of paper. This can be, in my case, this is the reading week list. I put on there, I itemize every single thing that I'm hoping to have done. Either I have to get done for sure, kind of priority, master list, and then optional later. Out of this giant master list, then every day that I come in and I'm ready to do a little bit of studying for 10 minutes, 25 minutes, 2 hours, whatever it is, I go to that list and I basically pick whatever I feel like. What am I in the mood for? What is sort of something my brain is ready to latch onto? That kind of learning path you'll actually find more enjoyable and more productive, because now you're excited to investigate something for a reason and not just because it's something you have to do. Yes, sometimes that means the things I don't really want to do go to the bottom of the list and then they get sort of pushed to the end, which means, you know, I do them on the last day. Oh, well, if that happens, it happens. But I don't have to always be doing the hard thing first. Sometimes that brain needs to be on a couple of easy, quick wins, good wins, easy reads, simpler assignments, projects, get those hammered out of the way. Now you feel like you've got some momentum. You're excited to move on to the next thing, even if it happens to be a bigger project that you have to really sink your teeth into. But anyways, pick something that you want to do today, right now, and get started. To stay on top of productivity, I am doing really intensive, I'm doing 25-minute sessions of intense focus and trying to work my way through my little to-do list, but I'm not actually spending a ton of time. I'm working smarter and not longer. One of the main books that I'm spending time in this week is this one. Right now, my anatomy includes a huge amount of information that comes from this source, Lockman's Case Studies in Anatomy. You will become bestest friends with this. Really interesting to read the clinical case studies and then start figuring out, what we need to know from this and apply it in our world of osteopathy. But at the end of the day, anatomy is anatomy. It's all the same. It doesn't matter if you're in medical school or studying for another healthcare thing. Anatomy is anatomy, and we all need to know our anatomy really well. You better really love anatomy or fall in love with anatomy. Let's get back to it. I have exactly 25 minutes before supper. So let's get one more 25-minute study in here and see what else we can get done before we take a break. Another tip for a productive reading week: if you work outside of school like I do, if you have a job or a career that you're continuing to work in full, if you're working full-time, I don't know how you're doing that, or at least part-time or occasionally, if you continue to have some occupation outside of school in year 4, I really advise you trying to take some time off during reading week, whether you're using it for a total break, vacation week, or like me, it's a mixture of a little bit of time off with getting a lot of things done. I would recommend just taking that time off. It was very tempting for me to continue to have a regular work week and then try to do reading week on top of it, but I knew I needed the time in the middle of the semester to get caught up with myself. And I'm really glad that I have done that. So take some time off. Good morning, day 3 of reading week, and I'm all dressed for some table work. I've got 4 practice patients coming in this morning, and we're gonna get our hands on and apply some of that knowledge. It's a beautiful fall day, and it's fresh out. Time to get ourselves a little bit of exercise and some outdoor air, which means it's time to split some wood. So summary, the productivity week worked. I feel very confident that I got through as much stuff as I needed to, and I am where I'm supposed to be. You know what? I didn't get everything done. The to-do list was a little unrealistic again, but that's not bothering me. I got through quite a bit of stuff. There's actually a lot of things crossed off of that big list. I spent a good amount of time on the elements that I needed to, and I feel like I have got myself focused and really honed into the more specific things that I need to know for each of my different courses. And that's one thing that I think by year 4 is an element of maturity within the studying process that one gains. Unfortunately, it took me this long to get this good. to actually study less, to plan less, to do less in order to achieve more. I feel like somebody else has probably already come up with that and it's quotable, but there you go. I've said it from here. Thanks for joining me. So until next time, stay strong and dig on.